So how did y'all meet Baby D? Because I'm gonna be honest, man. Of everybody on Oomp Camp, my favorite is probably Baby D and Unc. We gonna get to Unc in a minute, but I was a Baby D guy because I remember and Prime Post could probably remember this. We was at places like Nike Pavilion, Warehouse. See, this is crazy. This would never be allowed now. In this city, they had clubs for teenagers.
Yeah,
there was an adult club,
BK,
but it'd be just teenagers in there.
BK before that.
Yeah. So
like that was, of course, Sharon Showcase way before that. And shouts out to Miss Sharon, the matriarch. Man, you gotta give us some love. Man, that shit was crazy, bro. I mean, the whole thing, like I said, Baby D, the whole Eastside Westside kicked off real well. And
so how'd y'all end up signing D? Like, how did
D came up? D used to come and just hang up at the Greenbriar Flea Market.
Yeah,
man, he come up there working. Yeah, but before that, he would always come and be like, "Man, I'll rap, shout out, rap, shout out, rap." And like he come every day.
He like a teenager.
Yeah, he was a teenager. Wow. Baby, he was like 14 or something. 13, no, about 14.
Wow.
I mean, he was persistent. And I was just like, okay, here he come again. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Why don't you just come rap on the song?
Right.
On the mixtape.
Okay.
And then he just started hanging. Him and Lil C, rest in peace, Lil C. They just come and hang. And they'd come to MLK when I used to live on MLK at one of Oomp's spots, which is really our office now, 1079.
Wow.
And they would just come and hang with me all the time. And then they was like, well, we can help y'all up at the booth. We'll sell the CD. Well, not CDs then, but it was tapes. So they started hanging, and I started putting them on the mixtapes to rap. Then I was like, they started hanging with me. I started taking them to like boys and girls clubs. And then we started hanging out at the roller skating rinks all together, going to the talent shows together.
Right.
Just hanging. Then I started taking them to places like the Gentleman Club, Club Nicky's.
Right.
And mind you, like I said, they 14, 15.
Yeah.
They get in the clubs. And they just started hanging. I started coaching them. And we just started creating that relationship. And it was a wrap.
Rest is history.
Yeah, because I feel like, man, when Baby D hit us with the original Eastside Westside,
oh my God,
it shut this whole city down. I mean, it didn't matter what side of town, if you were north side, south side. And it just so happened I was lucky enough that when I moved there, I moved to Stone Mountain. So I would have been East Side. So it just so happened I could be with the East Siders and things like that.
Shouts out to DJ Triple J, who really broke that record for us, because we were, at that time when we were coming out the Big On Record stuff and the Baby D stuff, we were pushing Back Up with Pastor Troy.
Yep.
But Triple J was over at the 559. He had a night, I had a night, but he started really pushing that Eastside Westside. It was a rap. Shouts out to Triple J, DJ Triple J.
So I got to take a little pause here at Eastside Westside, bro. The first version was crazy. The second version was like, they couldn't even play the whole song.
That's some shit. And
y'all would shut the club down. Like when people be talking about tear the club up, shout out to 666. I know it's a hit, but if you from here, you know.
Yeah, if you a lady,
come on there, that Eastside Hoe, and then when the beat come in,
and that came from, like I said, that came from me and Baby D. We was messing with these chicks during that time. They would always had that voice, and they would chant that when I played different music, different types of music, and we was like, man, we need to make a song like that,
bro. When y'all came with that, and then when the beat comes in, he jump.
Shout out to DJ Montay coming in on that too, on the production side.
Gotcha. That. So like when you first recorded that, did you know like, oh, we got one?
Yeah.
This going.
No, because when we was vibing in the club and listening to the bras and stuff, we like, that's our song. We doing this.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was a rap. We had to make that happen. That's when you really connect, man, in the universe. Like when you pay attention to certain stuff, it can be the simplest things. You'd be like, and it connect. You'd be like,
exactly. Yeah, because you think about just simple songs like Head Buster. When we tell you put your hand with your fist, it go crazy. But man, that right there, that whole album was just classic. Man. Big time.
ATL Hoe, which is everybody mama to this day saying ATL Hoe.
If Atlanta United win a game, the Falcons win a game, the Hawks win a game, the Braves win a game. If y'all didn't know, it came from this young man right here. That's where it came from.
Crew. Shouts out to the Oomp Camp.
Most people don't even know that where it came.
I always tell them.
And what's so funny? So I went to a United playoff game this season. When I seen him play Messi. Shout out to my homie Jose. Worked for Atlanta United. Put me on with the tickets to see Messi.
You go.
So they won the game. I see people that are from everywhere else in the world because Atlanta United has a diverse audience, and I see people that are from Brazil, Venezuela. They chant ATL. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Came straight out of 1079 MLK.
Dang.
How does that make you feel when you at a Falcons game or an event and you see that?
I'm always happy, man. I'm proud. I mean, that's like when I started traveling as a DJ around the world, being in Japan. I remember me and Baby D was in Japan together, and we just in the club, and they doing Eastside Westside. We looking at each other, and they don't even, this Japanese folks.
Right.
We just looked at each other like, wow. We just had a moment.
They didn't know y'all.
No, they knew we played that. But it's just the fact that they respond. Their response was like people at SOs are right, here in Atlanta.
SO in the basement.
Yeah.
Old SO Cortland.
Old as Cortland in the basement.
Let's make that clear.
But it was such a, surreal. We looking at each other like, wow, this stuff we did in 1079 MLK. And it's around the world.
It's around the world.